Beautiful.
All right, 4:30. I will call the October monthly board meeting of the Village of Lake George Board of Trustees to order. 4:30. Let's have trustee Mentor lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. First up, we have approval of the minutes for the special village board meeting on September 16th, 2025. Make a motion to approve those minutes.
I'll make that motion.
Motion by trustee Filomeno, a second.
I'll second that motion.
Second by trustee Mentor. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Abstain. Okay, now I'll take the approval of the minutes of the regular village board meeting on September 22nd, 2025.
I'll make that motion.
Motion by trustee Filomeno, seconded by trustee Gregor. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Opposed, say nay. Everyone's aye. We have our monthly reports for the Superintendent of Public Works, Sanitation Department, and Caldwell Sewer District, Rec Center, Fire Department, and financial reports. We did not get planning and zoning in time, but that's okay. We'll take care of that next month. All these are made available free of charge. If anyone wanted any copies for all of you that are here. Some correspondence, email from a local resident, Kyle McFarland, to me. Concerns about the Oktoberfest parking. Best I could say is it's a good problem to have. We didn't realize how much that was the biggest I've ever.
It was
seen.
busy.
Gina, you were there. It was phenomenal.
It was
So,
awesome, I thought.
unfortunately, one person parks wrong. People see that they got away with it, and we don't have any enforcement on that holiday weekend because
It's over.
it's over. They've all gone back to college.
Yeah.
So yes, I apologized. We're gonna try to get better at.
Was it
Keep an
worse
eye
than
out,
the
though.
summer?
In car show, it is for fireworks, July 4th. Those are the time, used to be
The
a
bad
Medicaid,
ones.
not so much anymore. But it happens
It's just
when
a
we
busy-
have a big
it's a busy
successful
weekend.
event, it's busy.
Yeah.
And,
Of course.
I mean, this guy's daughter has a heart condition, so he has valid concerns and every right to reach out to me, so I'm not,
Yeah, absolutely.
and I did send our code enforcement, 'cause I did get this one in a timely manner. I got this when there was still time to do something about it, on Saturday at 4 o'clock, but I
Yeah.
could get
yeah.
a hold of code enforcement and he went out and he either wrote tickets or probably wrote tickets. I know Jim. I almost called Tim. Tim loves writing tickets too. The email from Sasha Party for free parking for off-season and Gina is here as well for the same discussion. So if you want to take a moment and address
Sure.
the board.
So here's a copy of the letter that was sent.
Dang.
Yeah, everybody should have it. Yeah. So basically, this is from our board of directors and, dear Mayor Perry and the Lake George Village trustees on behalf of Lake George Regional Chamber of Commerce and Convention and Visitors Bureau. Board of directors and our more than 400 members representing a diverse cross-section of businesses throughout Lake George. Throughout the Lake George region, we respectfully encourage the Village of Lake George to consider adopting an annual free parking policy from October 15th through May 15th. Why this matters, as you know, the fall, winter, and early spring months are a time when local businesses work diligently to sustain operations and attract visitors outside the traditional summer season. Offering free parking during this period would encourage year-round visitation by removing the barrier for day trippers, overnight guests, and local residents alike. Support downtown businesses from shops and restaurants to cultural venues that rely on steady foot traffic to remain viable during shoulder and off seasons. Align with regional marketing efforts to promote Lake George as a four-season destination, reinforcing the village's role as a welcoming gateway to the Adirondacks, and demonstrate community investment in small business resiliency and visitor hospitality, fostering goodwill among both residents and travelers. Examples from other communities across New York State and beyond, many municipalities have successfully implemented similar seasonal parking initiatives. to support local economies. The city of Saratoga Springs recently suspended its paid parking enforcement during the winter months to bolster small business and encourage continued downtown activity when visitation naturally dips. Coastal communities such as Wrightsville Beach and Carolina Beach, North Carolina, as well as Rehoboth Beach and Bethany Beach in Delaware have adopted seasonal suspension of paid parking programs during their shoulder seasons. These initiatives have been well received by residents, businesses, and visitors, contributing to stronger year-round vitality and improved public perception of these destinations as welcoming and accessible. By following these examples, Lake George has the opportunity to demonstrate leadership within the Adirondack region, embracing a model that both strengthens our local economy and underscores our shared commitment to hospitality and community. Promotion of visibility. We also strongly recommend that the village actively promote a free parking policy as part of its communication and marketing efforts. The chamber is eager to collaborate in amplifying this message through our visitor center, website, social media platforms, and member network. Together, we can ensure that potential visitors know that Lake George is an inviting, accessible, and affordable choice during the quieter months. Our commitment, the chamber and CVB are fully committed to supporting this initiative by working with your team to maximize visibility and by tracking its impact on visitation and local business activity. We believe this policy would have both immediate and long-term benefits for the economic vitality of the village and the broader Lake George region. We thank you for your leadership and consideration of this important opportunity. We look forward to working together to continue making Lake George a year-round premier destination. What's not written here was, there was the sentiment that I'm a local. I may know that there's no code enforcement, so I may park. Somebody else has just paid and I'll be like, hey buddy, it's free right now. And they're like, I just paid. You know, so there is that back and forth. We've also heard of some businesses that may not be opening this winter, that have been year round in the past, because there's been less traffic. And the fact that locals feel like they can't even park downtown. So I know, we all know that there's cash involved. It goes to the bottom line of budget in every way, shape, or form. Maybe there's an opportunity for a workshop with the business community to talk about this. It's not anything that's going to be, you know, voted on or anything, you know, but, you know, for further discussion. So if that is an opportunity.
Yeah, I'm
we have
always
several
open
business
for-
partners that would really welcome that opportunity for a workshop, you know, where, you know, it's not just behind a closed door, but, you know, some open discussion.
Yeah, I talked to two of the more vocal ones already.
I'm sure.
Many minutes spent on that.
I'm sure each and every one of you has in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's, I don't think that is the only contributing factor to the lack of foot traffic or the.
Absolutely, no,
traffic.
absolutely. Visitation is down across the board. People will
Everywhere
tell you
you go.
that.
Yeah.
People, you know, and we were really fortunate. We just had a board meeting last week and went around, you know, we go around the room at the very beginning of the board meeting. The luxury traveler was here this year. So they came, less people came, but spent more money.
Mhm.
So for some, it might have been flat, but it was better because we were so down in May and June. Weather-wise, you know, the
Yeah.
rain didn't stop until actually July 4th. And then full steam ahead.
Mhm.
And we're gonna end October strong as well. This weekend is really busy, believe it or not, this coming last weekend of the month.
Yeah.
So that was the feedback and that was across the board. When I say flat, you know, people cut back on their expenses to stay flat.
Yeah.
And then others camping, high-end camping up between 6 and 7%. So, you know, which was really great. Now, I haven't talked to all smaller properties that are off the lake, so that may be a little different, but
Yeah.
for the most part, just so that we put this in the record.
And just really quickly, one thing that you said, with respect, and I think this is a part of a bigger issue, right? Keeping our businesses open during the winter. I think a couple of us at this table keep our business or try to keep our businesses open during the winter, and it's tough.
Yeah.
It is incredibly difficult. And the idea of a workshop or some sort of public-private partnership, I think is absolutely wonderful. But it's really got to do more, right? It's got to do more. It's more than just parking.
Absolutely.
Right, if we're gonna dig down to the causation, and that's really what the deal is here. It really has to be something where we put together a much broader vision for increasing winter foot traffic occupancy. What's in your seats at the restaurants, you know, I mean, everything, and that's something that I would encourage, if you can put something like that together, because we, it's an interesting system that we're tasked with. We're tasked with making the business community thrive, right? That's certainly a huge thing, but also doing so in a way that's fiscally responsible for the residents, so they're not overburdened. But that's the hard part, but once we figure out that solution, we can do this.
So we've all continued to try, Ice Castles was kind of that biggie that came and really showed that, winter event with sustainability could boost our winter.
Absolutely. I firmly
and-
believe that we
yeah.
can do 365 here.
Mhm.
We just need to figure out the secret sauce.
Yeah.
But it's not gonna be a public secret sauce, not gonna be a private secret sauce. It's
No.
gonna be a collaboration.
Absolutely.
So what's the next step on starting that? I mean, I'm the new guy here, so I probably should just shut up. But that's-
No, no,
at the end of the
no.
day-
That's why you're here. We
good.
all need all voices. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I met with a couple of your members already and heard both sides of it. I mean, it wasn't the best season we've had. I mean, last year was probably one of the best
Yeah.
seasons we've had. I mean, people bearing in mind that retail is third in line to get any money. You have to
Absolutely.
stay somewhere when you come to visit. You have to eat. You don't have to buy anything. So, and they're aware of that when they go into it. I hope they are anyway. The days of just having a store in Lake George and making enough money to live all year round, I don't think that's anything that's a thing anymore.
Right.
And I have 3 business owners on my board that could say the same.
Yeah.
But so, yeah, no, it's definitely worth a look. My only issue is we've been charging all year since 2021. The first year we made $60,000 in the off season from October to May, when we normally would bag the meters or pull in the pay and displays. We've gotten to rely on that income. Now, my only thought is, how do we recoup that if that goes away?
I think that's a good workshop starter question.
Do we,
You know?
do we do dynamic pricing on parking?
Mhm.
Do we raise the parking to $3 an hour throughout the village or just on the main street? There's other ways to do it. I mean, $2 an hour is still a heck of a deal.
Anywhere else, it's gonna be.
It's all over, I've been all over the country and I look at these things when I'm there. I was just in Montreal and, I first thing I did was walk up to him. My car was in the garage and I'm at the pay and display.
You do the
typing-
currency conversion though?
Well, I did it
You
in
gotta
my
convert the
head.
currency.
Dollar to them is still a dollar to them.
The magic word, dynamic prices.
Dynamic
that-
pricing could be.
That's the answer to a
I
lot of
don't-
stuff.
And
Yeah.
this, well, right, that's what we do in our
Yeah,
businesses, right, in
exactly.
hotels, right?
That's how hotel rooms,
Right-
the only way to
right
do it.
price.
rates are.
Restaurants do it,
decided.
market pricing.
Absolutely.
Market
Well,
prices.
there's actually a whole app now in restaurants, there's a whole movement towards trying to do dynamic price like hotels and restaurant seats, which is fascinating.
Across
Well,
the.
Uber does it.
Yeah.
Well, everyone does, people put peak season price,
So,
dynamic.
I mean,
price,
that's.
Any demand-
I'm
any demand
not
for
saying
space.
that's what we're doing. I'm
Right,
just
right.
saying, it's a thought, it's
Yeah.
but it is
That'd be
definitely,
something for
my door is always
bigger
open for these
conversation.
types of conversations, yeah.
And
But I think maybe if
big.
we have something scheduled
Let's do
to
that.
continue the conversation instead of, one and done here, and then it gets pushed
Go back to
aside.
your people telling us more than just parking. It's gotta be something global. Parking's a piece of it, I'm not fighting you on that one, but parking's not gonna put people in this town. Not that it won't help, but we've gotta come up with more than just parking. You made a good point, ice castles. We tried that and it brought people in. And that's actually what got me to open one of the hotels for the first winter, because I wanted to give it a try and it was good. Last year it stunk for the opening. I'm gonna keep it open this year and I'll suck up the National Grid bill on it. But, we do need a solution for this.
Mhm.
And I'm sure I'm not the only one at this table.
Well, that's how the Winter Coalition got formed, Mike and I are both members of that. Not necessarily active, I haven't been to a meeting.
Not in a while.
It is how the coalition got formed. It was, what if Ice Castles does not come back? And they didn't. They're
Right.
considering it, again, I did just speak with them recently there. Well, if they had a crystal ball and they knew last winter was gonna be the
Snowy.
winter that it was,
cold,
then they
yeah.
would have come back, but they're focusing elsewhere. There, a lot of places that they're visiting, or they're heading north and higher elevations.
Predictable.
Yeah, predictable weather. but-
Okay, well, thank
Okay,
you.
yeah, well,
Okay,
we'll
thanks,
get a
Jen.
workshop scheduled. We could do a full board workshop with the
Yeah.
chamber board. I mean, we could have
I'd love that.
we could have it at the chamber, we could have it at any one of the conference rooms of,
We
in
got
the area.
plenty of
we got enough,
You know all of them.
yeah.
You've been to
So
all
yeah,
of them.
put a couple of dates together and
them. Okay, we'll send
in the
it.
near
Sure.
future, before
Yeah.
Thanksgiving.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, thank you. All right,
Thank you.
so resolutions. Approval for additional services. This is re-engineering for the electrical changes, because of the transformer at the Shepherd Park. We did find out, they thought we were gonna have to change the transformer, change the pad, put a new oil containment thing, and turns out we can use the exact same transformer. But it cost us.
So we gotta pay
$4,000
$4,000 to
find that out.
use the,
To re-engineer, the electrical schematics showing that we can just keep things the way they are. But unfortunately, that is not an AJA, it's a pass-through from,
over there, sub is, right?
the sub that they
Yeah.
use for the
Okay,
engineering.
building stuff is so.
Yeah, it's so expensive these days, but I'll take a motion to approve the additional services.
I'll make that motion.
Motion by trustee Mentor, is there a second?
Second.
Second by trustee Gregor. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Opposed, say nay. There goes aye. AIA contract with AJA Architects for insurance changes per Matt Fuller. Jules, you want to explain this one? I forget.
Basically, they had sent us the draft, we sent it to the attorney said, sign it, but we should have them sign this insurance contract. Which he had submitted a copy of. And so basically, the resolution kind of says, we will sign this with the agreement that you will sign our insurance. Because it was missing insurance and indemnification, so it's basically, we'll sign yours, you sign ours.
No, that's an easy one. Doesn't cost anything.
No, what's that? It's. I don't know.
Legalese, yeah, and I looked at it.
Yeah.
They're boring. believe me.
Yeah.
And my
It's
third job
basically
is as
just
a
a-
lawyer, so yeah,
Yeah.
I get it. Insurance agreements and indemnities are quite fascinating reading if you're looking to sleep.
And nodded off halfway through this one. So I'll take a motion to approve the AIA
Signing it.
contract, signing the AIA contract. Motion by trustee Gregor. Is there a second?
I'll second that.
Second by trustee Philomeno. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. There goes aye. So the musical equipment RFPs, I gotta give credit where credit is due. Alex Lombard really went all over the planet to find the musical equipment, the pricing. You gotta state contract stuff on all of this stuff, right?
Well, basically, I
Basically
mean,
all of it.
on the things that cost less than what we need, to go for RFP for, those ones aren't really what we're talking about right now. We're mostly talking about the marimba, the timpani and the vibraphone, which are like 15,000, 13,000 and 6,000. The things that are under 2,000, and the orchestra, the chairs on those.
Yeah, we got Fellas
Basically,
chairs and.
The larger contracts are what we're getting your permission to say, we got at least 3 bids on everything. We did RFPs for the ones that we knew were gonna cost more. And we're going with lowest bidder on the RFPs. The only thing that we would be not necessarily going lowest bidder on is it was the dollies for the chairs or something to that.
Yeah, because we can't.
The rat stands, you can't use them one thing on the other, on a different
They're
brand.
not, yeah.
not
Yeah.
compatible. So we're gonna buy the.
So
Proprietary
even though the
stuff, yeah.
dollies are $300 more than one of the competitors, we have to buy those dollies if we go with the lower.
Otherwise, what's the
Bid.
point of getting the other?
Right, because
Yeah.
if you look at the chairs
I get it.
with the dollies, they actually are still, rat stands is still considerably lower than.
Definitely got
the-
hard.
the suite, yeah, than the other one, even though the guy was lower on one over the other.
That's what you see.
Overall, adding them together, the rat stands is still the lower of the two.
I mean, this is all covered, this is reimbursement through the DRI. One of the grants that we got is for the AV towers, stage and musical equipment, and this is right around 100,000 of a $500,000 grant.
Beautiful.
Or $600,000 grant, I apologize, it's actually 600, so this is all gonna be reimbursed to us, so it's not a cost to the village, just essentially the work that Alex did to get us to this point, was a tremendous undertaking, and I applaud him for it. Thank you, Alex. I'll take a motion to approve the award, for musical equipment, RFPs. Motion by trustee Gregor.
I'll second the
Second
motion.
by trustee Mentor. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Mayor votes aye. We'll just, I'll make a motion to resolve to go out to bid for fireworks. That's it. That's all. There's one company.
Anything else for that?
Yeah, let's take a second right there, trustee Mentor. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Mayor votes aye. So Atlantic Testing Laboratories, they are an approved special testing and inspections for projects such as the bandstand and the amphitheater work. There aren't many of them out there. I believe they're the only ones that it got back to us. They followed up with another company called Terracon, but no one else got back to us, so we'd make a motion to approve us using Atlantic Testing Laboratories at a cost of $18,807, which is included in the cost estimate already, so no change order there.
Make the motion.
I made the motion, I need a second.
I'll second that motion.
Seconded by trustee Filomeno. All those in favor, please
That's
signify
just
by saying aye.
Building inspections or?
It is, yeah, it's building,
general.
soil testing, stress testing on steel, all of the whole
Okay.
kit and caboodle.
Aye.
We did all the testing during the wastewater treatment plant upgrade.
The same company?
Very good.
Cool.
Is
Great.
that also reimbursed as part of the DRI?
It will be in a portion of it, yeah. It's all part of the cost, but DRI does not cover all of the cost of the project, but we're working on getting the rest funded. So I want to stand by the statement if it's not going to cost the village taxpayer anything. So there's a motion on the floor and a second. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Mayor votes aye. The Dan Baruch's IMA as the Director of Planning and Zoning is revised. He got a raise, as I believe he completely deserves. It's pretty good deal we got going with Dan, and I think it's good that we have him. So for us to pay a person of his qualifications, 32,700 and change, we're getting a heck of a bargain. So,
Good deal.
so take a motion to approve the IMA with the town for the Director of Planning and Zoning.
I'll make the motion.
Motion by trustee Gregor,
I'll second that motion.
second by trustee Mentor. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Mayor votes aye. So let's see, LGA. Lake Impact Fund grant approval. I was actually just bringing trustee Gregor up to speed on this. I had approached both the LGA and the Lake George Park Commission for some help with funding for the design of a septic receiving station. And they said, sure. How can we help? So the LGA gave us 50,000 and I almost called them the fund, the Park Commission gave us 48,000, so the $98,000, which we'll probably vote on pretty much next. But we do have to make a motion to approve the receiving of this money. We can't take any money unless we vote on receiving it, that it has been given to us for work that needs to be done.
I'll make that motion.
Motion by trustee Mentor, second by trustee Gregor. I guess I didn't need to go on that long. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Mayor votes aye. So Swago Doty Associates. Scope of services for conversion of the secondary clarifiers to septic treatment. you've all been, not quite yet, Rob, you're going on schedule 9 o'clock tomorrow morning to go tour the wastewater treatment plant with Tim. Okay, it doesn't have to be now, you guys figure it out, but I think he needs a tour. We have a building that was our secondary, actually, Tim, or, yeah, you explain it. The secondary building, what, that it's abandoned now.
Yeah, this secondary, clarifier building, was decommissioned during the wastewater treatment plant project. There's 3 secondary clarifiers, they're all enclosed in a building. The building is fairly new from my understanding, it predates my time, I've been here 15 years, but.
2012.
Probably 25 years old, I would say. We're still going back and forth on its use, compared to our original intention of using the influent equalization tank at the treatment plant. The idea is if we have to do some type of odor control, it's going to require covering the equalization tank or doing some type of mitigation, up on that part of the treatment process. So we already have a building that would help in the odor control. So we're septic receiving is down in that neck of the woods of the treatment plant. So kind of going back and forth on those 2 alternatives to see what's best, but,
Yeah, so in order to, yeah, to consider that, I mean, I think it's probably a good use. I don't know the gallonage of those tanks, though. How many?
each tank is about 75,000 gallons.
Okay, so we're not really losing much capacity than we
Well,
were
compared,
to the outside tank, which was brand new, was 175,000 gallons, and now it's kind of the capacity.
I would say with the old treatment process, we would take in 60,000 gallons of septics.
Right,
I can imagine taking them much more than that. You know, I'm sure we take a little bit more than that.
right, but it's good for revenues and it's good for making the plant stand on its own a little bit more. But this is a proposal to utilize the monies that we're giving and to a total, does it say not
It's
exceed?
98,000.
98,000.
That's what these papers are, that's the updated ones, that's what they are that I gave to you guys, because we just got them this
Oh, this is the
morning.
old one I'm looking at.
Yes,
Okay.
the old one was
There
for
you go.
20,000, because it was just for the original
I knew I saw 98,000.
secondary, it was just for that original feasibility review for the secondary clarifiers, and now there's actually that plus what's the word we use in there? It also includes the preliminary engineering for it.
Okay.
So it's not just that, it's that and that, that's what the difference is, and he breaks it down. It shows you the 20,000 for the one line item and the 68 for the other. So the total would be 98,000, which is
basically what we were given to by the LGA and the Park Commission. Which I might add in my conversations with both Dave Wick and Brendan Eastley is that's not the end of what they're willing to give us. That's what they could do this year. You
Yeah.
know, Park Commission, we caught them at the right time. They're in their budget cycle. LGA, we missed their budget cycle, but they said, don't consider that's all we're gonna give you. We're gonna help you more. So they should get us right to where we need to be, and that would be construction drawings, shovel-ready project. Hopefully, W-Quip will come through with funding. It's our 3rd time trying. They've been asking everybody for a little help with the nod there. So hopefully this project will come to fruition sooner rather than later. But I will take a motion to approve Swazo Doty's proposal for $98,000.
I will make that motion.
Motion by trustee Mentor, seconded by
I'll second that.
trustee Philomeno. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. There votes aye.
We gotta find out.
We have another Swazo Doty proposal. This is actually kind of it's more of a catch-all for general engineering services. We had that project, not in the village, but directly involving the water and wastewater for, the Joe Gross project up at the old Ramada site. It isn't really that spurred us to do, the system mapping of our water system. Our water system is pretty much well mapped, but, is it DEC that wants that, Keith, for the map? It's gonna be, if we expand our water system anymore, we've expanded it over the years without any, not notification, but without actually mapping it for DEC. So we have the basis of a map, but we need to just bring it up to current things, current valves, other additional valves were added, and then the proposed expansion of the water system, so that DEC can approve, our withdrawal permit. We haven't needed it, but I think, I hope you're with me on this. I think we should have all of our ducks in a row for any future projects.
It's usually a good strategy.
Makes sense. It's, good planning.
So
And so-
I have a question on this is as a general, so it would come out, I'm guessing out of the general fund. If it's regarding the water, it would come out of the water fund.
It should, yeah.
So this can't cover both. I can't,
Well, which one are you talking?
well, this is the $5,000.
Yeah, the $5,000. That,
It just says general engineering services. So if it's for the water portional, we would have to do it out of the water budget.
Mhm.
So that's the only,
It
that's
is-
the
it
only
is
thing that I need to
specifically
have
water
specified
related,
one
right?
way or the other.
this is
Yeah.
specifically water related. For this one, Sean really doesn't do anything for us unless it's wastewater or water. But this one is specifically
So we
water.
would be taking.
So this is.
from- It would come out of
that
the
budget.
engineering.
Yeah.
Did we talk to the county, with their mapping people?
The GIS, Sarah.
Yeah. I mean, would that be something that might help out with the cost, especially with the water department?
I already have it done.
I doubt she has that information, but we could get it to her. I could talk to Sean about it. But we are still gonna need an engineered stamp on it.
Well, yeah, no, I get it, but.
But this is a high water mark too. He said it, realistically, he's under 2,000, but to give us a little bucket of stuff to,
Some billable hour.
or something to incorporate in it at a later date, but this would be just kind of,
Okay.
It's effectively a retainer on that.
it's
Right.
basically, yeah, I mean, he's our engineer of record on several other projects, just, he's jumping into the water system here because he's actually working for the town as the engineer to help them get through this project as well, so. But I don't think it'll come anywhere near this.
Yeah.
Things always come up.
Yeah.
Stay with this quick, but it adds up.
It does add up. I find that out a lot every day. So I would take a motion to approve the $5,000 general engineering services with Swazo Building.
Make that motion.
Trustee Philomeno, is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by trustee Gregor. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Opposed, say nay. Air votes aye. Penflex approval for LoSAP agreement, upwards of $30,120. Is that just a
It's the
normal?
base fee,
base fee?
basic, yeah, and I put last year's in there for reference. Last year, base fee was 2,800, this year it's 3,120. Per participant fee it was 21, now it's $22. The certification and trustee directive letters is still 100. And then the yearly audit fee was $375 this year, it's up to $495.
I will take the motion to approve the LoSAP agreement.
Make the motion to approve LoSAP agreement.
There's a motion on the floor by trustee Philomeno. Is there a second? Just to clarify, length of service award program is volunteer firefighters qualify for this by making a certain amount of calls, meetings, even parades. They get themselves qualified by showing up enough that they can either take the money out or let it build up until they go to retirement, and they can significantly improve their financial status over a lifetime of service. Just
I
so you,
will second.
Up to speed on
I
that.
will second.
Seconded by
Jose's motion.
trustee Mentor. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Opposed, say nay. Mayor votes aye. Tax re-levy. Water and property taxes, we'll have to sign for this later.
There's sheets up there.
Yeah, a lot of times you'll see as you spend as much time here as I and Joe have, a lot of these names are the same every time. But it is what it is. I'll take a motion to approve both the water and the tax re-levies to the surrounding counties.
I will make the motion.
Motion by trustee Mentor, is there a second? Second by trustee Gregor, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Opposed, say nay. Mayor votes aye. So let's go to food vendor requests for Fridays at the Lake. Dates are as follows: July 3rd, 10th, 17th, 24th, 31st, 7th, 21st, and 28th.
We're just looking to go out for the RFP.
Just to go out, yes, for the RFPs for food truck, bounce house, beer and wine services. We may think closely about beer and wine service, as we've used the bid winner every year for the last 5 or 6 years, would you say, Tim? Same one. Beer's expensive through them. It's a good product. But it's not Bud Light. It's not a, $90 keg of beer. So the thought process was, if we hire someone to serve or go for volunteers like we have been doing, do we consider buying our own cool chilled trailer with taps on the side? And that's a thought because, we even get charged for the cups. So during the charity events, it's not that we want to be in the business of selling beer. We just want to, are the charities that benefit from the beer sales to do the very best that they
Is it
can.
worth the insurance you need to sell alcohol?
Don't know. Just wanted to see what the board felt about it. I don't
You'd
think-
have to have like event licenses with the SLA. or-
We would have our own, we as a village would have our own license. Just
Don't they require a premises and other
that's
such
the
things?
premises.
The whole village.
No, the Shepherd Park.
Shepherd Park is the
Yeah.
premises.
Does this detract? I should ask you, it seems like does it almost detract from, you've got Beach Club right there, you've got Dolphins right there, you've got.
We've had that conversation for several years now, ever since Fridays at the Lake
Yeah,
started.
with the alcohol.
We did, the first couple years, we did a rotating, serving ability, like, we let Duffy's come and serve, Neptune's come and serve. They never showed up. Gina, you remember most of it. They wouldn't have the staff for it. But we stopped serving at 9 o'clock.
I gotcha.
We're done. We actually encourage people to go to the local establishments. I believe, Jose schedules his bands around it.
My only concern is the liability of
Yeah.
serving in
Well, we're already doing
in
it.
any capacity.
Yeah, we're already doing it. It's just, we would be the owner.
But your license instead of somebody, or our license instead of
Right,
whoever gets the RFP, which is.
and it's our premises anyway, so
Yeah.
the license goes with the premises. Would just be our name on it, and rather than, just something to consider, we don't have to make a decision on that tonight.
Interesting.
Just much more profitable for at least the 3 charities that we mostly support, which is Ronald McDonald House, Kelly's Angels, and the fire department.
Yeah.
Just good, kind of thinking about, I witnessed it firsthand, like, a keg from the purveyor that we're currently under contract with was $168 when you can get a keg of Bud Light for $90.
Yep.
Sometimes we can get it donated too. Sometimes we can get Fitzgerald to donate. to Saratoga Eagle.
Mhm.
That's just a thought, but matter at hand is, let's vote to approve the RFP for food truck vendors, bounce house, and beer and wine services, should we choose to use it. I'll take the motion for
This is just
that.
putting the RFP out.
Just put an RFP out.
I'll make that motion.
Motion by trustee Mentor. Is there a second? Second by trustee Gregor. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Citizen of the decade goes to Dana and Ruben Ellsworth First of all, they barely charged us any money to come 5 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday to tear down the bandstand. And now they're offering to donate 12,000 yards of aggregate, which is the stone and materials that we're gonna need to do the foundation and a lot of the site work, which totals $20,250. They had said that they didn't want to charge us to tear the building down, but our
You can't
attorney reminded
not,
them that our insurance will cover it, so they reluctantly did that, but then they, in lieu of turning in a bid on the project, they've graciously, very graciously, offered to cover the stone product that we need, so 12,000 yards, which is what the estimate is from the VMJR, which is our site work company. So mostly type 2, some other types that's, foreign to me, but they have all of this stone and they're willing to donate it. So I will make a motion to accept the aggregate donation as long as I get a second.
Second.
Seconded by trustee Phil Muno. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Mayor votes heck yeah. So thank you to the Ellsworth family, this, more than we could ever ask for. So award the flower bid, only one person bid on the flowers for, to provide the village with flowers for Shepherd Park and.
The copies, I didn't have time, I didn't have time to get it to you because I had the bid opening at 11:30 and I had to get these out to you before noon, so.
So, Garden Time won the bid. They're the only ones that bid, but they won. And, hello, trustee Joe. So, I'll make a motion. We accept or award the flower bid to Garden Time. I'll take a second for that.
I'll second that.
Seconded by trustee Philomeno. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
These bad boys.
Opposed, say nay.
So who made, you made the motion?
I made the motion for the aggregate.
Yeah, who made the motion on this one?
Jose seconded.
I second.
Who made
I
the?
thought Mayor Perry made the motion.
That's what I
Yeah,
thought.
okay, I did that. You say so. Okay, Alex and AJ's wedding.
If it's not raining.
Shepherd, these are special event, facility use applications. Alex and AJ's weddings, Alex Gary, AJ Otero, friends of mine that. Alex is, the board of directors for the Arts Project and a pillar of the community, as is AJ, her husband to be, just an approval, simple wedding ceremony on the stage, under 20 guests, $100. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed, say nay.
Are we
Mayor votes
invited?
aye. I don't know. I was hoping that. I was hoping to officiate it, but nobody asked me, so.
You like that kind of thing?
Special Olympics, November 22nd. They're gonna try to pull it off. We have consistently waived the fees for charitable organizations such as this. It's gonna be tough. I was on site with them trying to figure out where they're gonna put people while, because they go in groups. It's a pretty big draw, the waves of, so they're gonna utilize the street and some other sections of the park and the other end of the park at the lower Amherst Street. So they feel like they don't want to lose the building of that they have or the turnout for the Special Olympics. So they don't want to change locations and then confuse people when next year they're back at this location. So they're gonna stick it out. I went down there and met with them. John and I met, and we feel that they'll figure it out. They're gonna try to let people know ahead of time, stage them in different areas, and then send them down in their waves to go. So they're gonna go to Shepherd's Park. I would like to waive the fees and approve the Special Olympic polar plunge. Take a motion from trustee Gregor. I'll take a second. Seconded by trustee Joe. Welcome. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Mayor votes aye. I mean, okay, well, let me backtrack. as long as they have their insurance. But, I'll change my motion if my second would,
Yes,
okay, we'll
I'll
just
go with the changes.
double check on the vote, still yay?
Aye.
Okay, thank you. Wanted to add that in. Community block party, May 16th and 17th, 2026. My predecessor and our old mayor wants to still be involved and wants to plan it, and I said, go for it. As long as you guys say go for it, I'll take a motion to approve.
Is it 2 days or 1 day?
It is 2 days, but not. It'll be a church service and a brunch on the 17th. The
So the road
16th will be
fully
the
closed?
road will be closed, yeah. But we'll have the stage with you. Last year was a big success. It was a multi-denominational church service on Sunday, which was pretty neat, because we had a pastor from, the Catholics didn't participate, but I'll talk to them about that. Father Bush had heart surgery, so I don't blame them. It's no excuse.
That's something he would say.
Yeah. That's something Father Bush would say.
That's
You're
something he
right.
would tell you.
But yeah, so it's similar, same format as last year. I think it was built the world's largest bounce house.
Guinness over there.
Yeah, so motion to approve our own event, stage rental waive fees.
Waive
It's
fees.
for us, or it's our stage, we can do whatever we want. So I'll take a motion to approve that.
Make that motion.
Motion by trustee Joe, seconded by trustee Filomeno. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Mayor votes aye. So Octax for the Caldwell Presbyterian Church and Community Block Party, is that a note for 10,000 result for DJ? Oh, yeah, that's next. 5,500 is what we're expecting that to cost, what it cost last year. Barring any drastic increases, I think our budget would still be about the same. And that is to approve Octax spending for $5,500 for the community block party. Take a motion to approve that. Motion by trustee Gregor, all those, or seconded by,
I'll second it.
seconded by trustee Joe. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Mayor votes aye. So we tabled a request last month for the DJ takeover, the Octax. He was asking for $10,000. This event is at the Fort William Henry rather than the Wood Park. I did speak with Vinny at the town, and I think if we each gave him $5,000, I would get him over the hump. I just think 10,000 is a lot. It's what we gave him last year to have an event in our park. And now he's going on to private property.
Which is still a lot of money,
It's still a lot of money, yeah,
I think,
it is.
for 1,000 people.
A lot of money to a lot of people.
And we don't donate that much out. We don't hand that much out for anything else, really.
No, that's why I was saying, I would suggest,
I mean, it was $100 a person to get him here.
Right.
It's 100 people.
It's more than that.
It was, he said 1,000 people. We can-
Yeah.
So $100
So
a
because
head.
it's gonna be indoors, it's gonna be in one location, and people are easy to
Age,
get drawn to it.
we have, Alex.
And this goes to a bigger discussion on ROI, right? Yeah. Not to get into the weeds.
Alex, Gary just joined.
Oh, did
She
she?
missed her.
She missed it, Alex. We voted for your wedding. Yay. Congratulations. So yeah, I mean, we gave it to him for the EDM festival, and he didn't lose his shirt, but it rained. It was in the beginning of May, so it was kind of difficult to pull that off, but I don't think 10,000 is too much of a request for something at Wood Park, but when it's on private property, I would kind of suggest that we kind of lop that in half.
What exactly is this event? I wasn't
It's a
familiar.
DJ festival, it's just electronic music, and he involves two other businesses. But mostly DJs. There's like an after party at DJs, so that most of the people leave. Well, it was last year, it was at the park and then went over to DJs, and so it does benefit some the local businesses, obviously the port. Any of the neighboring hotels.
Benny's willing to go with 5,000.
Yeah, from every indication I got is that.
It wasn't a bad event during the rain. We had.
No,
we
a
never
lot
had
of people were
complaints.
scared to death of this event
Yeah.
because they know what the raves were like in the late nineties and early 2000s, and this was not at all that.
We're dating ourselves, right?
We are getting ourselves, yeah.
You know, and it may not be the music I listen to now, but I recognize there's a section of people that come up here.
Mhm.
And they packed out, I believe it was Cross Street DJ said after party,
Yes,
they're packed out for it. And I'll make a motion to approve $5,000. For use for the music festival or DJ takeover.
Is that if the town participates in it?
If the town, I don't wanna go over 5.
No, so if they do or if they
contingent upon the town, I would give them 5,000, the town, even if the town doesn't, yeah. I mean, that's my opinion, you guys vote on it though.
Can you put this on though, if the town, if he doesn't get the.
I think he could, I think he could.
So doesn't
They'll find other sponsors if he needs to.
Yeah, he'll go for sponsorship is what
Yeah.
he'd likely do.
Yeah, I'll second it.
Motion by trustee Filomeno, seconded by trustee Mastro Domenico. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Mayor votes aye. So training, we have Adirondack Waterworks Conference for Keith Lanfear, Chris Andrews, and Chris Buckley. Both Chris's and Keith are gonna be out in one day. What are we gonna do?
Hope nothing bad happens.
I'm gonna break
No,
down.
Yeah.
2 days.
Hope nothing bad happens.
Is there a cost associated with it?
This one's which one is it?
That's not-
This one's Adirondack
And then
Waterworks.
it's down in Latham.
These
$225. Oh,
yeah, $75 a person.
let's see what else we got. New York Rural Water Association wastewater, water emerging contaminants, PFAS, Lake George Fire Hall. Keith Lanfear, Chris Andrews, Chris Buckley. Oh, that's handy. I'll take both of those in one motion to approve.
I will make the motion to approve those trainings.
Motion and a second, by Mentor and Gregor. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Hard to read sideways, but I was looking for the cost.
Yeah.
New employee hires, the aide to the teen center, Jen DeLolio, did not return. I don't know if she returned to work at the school, but she is down an aide. It's $16 an hour. It's seasonal, part-time. Michael Burrows, Lake George grad, Eagle Scout. Generally really good kid.
Yes,
It's not a lot of money. It's well within their budget, so.
they're only 2 hours, I think.
Yeah, it's
3
a
hours
couple
tops.
hours a day, yeah, and then maybe 3 days a week. I'll make a motion to hire Michael Burrows as the teen center aide at $16 an hour, start date of tomorrow.
I'll second it.
All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay.
You watched Prison Break.
Motion carries. Mayor votes aye.
Michael Schofield and Lincoln Burgess.
New fire members, Cody LeBaron. Junior member, and then John Lee, sounds like a sports star, karate professional. I don't know anything about John Lee. I'm looking him up right now, but he did have
Cody's the best dishwasher in Lake George.
Cody's a good kid.
Yeah.
John Lee, 52 Hendrick Street, okay.
Best American dishwasher.
It's gonna be Marine.
Really? Cool.
For national grid.
Congratulations.
Okay.
How old is Cody?
I'm sorry, I didn't get a chance to review this one in particular, but, he wants to help, and learn, let's give him a shot, provided they can pass their physical requirements. I'll make a motion to approve the new fire members, Cody LeBaron as a junior member and John Lee as a member.
Let's make that motion.
Okay, I made the motion, you can second.
Can I
it, though.
second that
All right, You
motion?
can second.
Thank you.
All those in favor,
Is
please
that your
signify by saying
department?
aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Motion carries. Side. Gateway and lifeguard discussion. We got a letter from the town. We knew this was coming. I hope you had a chance to read it. The IMA of shared services for the Gateway flower planting and maintenance swapped in part by the lifeguard intermunicipal agreement. To bring Rob up to speed, for years, we've done, since the Gateway was finished, we've done the flowers on the Gateway. Judy does a magnificent job, as you well know. It's taxing on her department. It's difficult and it's risky labor. She doesn't love doing it, but she will do it. The town, in turn, for us taking care of that, has employed and managed the lifeguards at Shepherd Park Beach. So it goes with any intermunicipal agreement. Not everyone feels that they're getting the fair shake. And the town said, you don't want to do the flowers, we don't want to do the lifeguards. Basically, in the nicest way possible, figure it out. So we're gonna figure it out in the nicest way possible, which I will probably be talking to you about, Rob, because I think Rob's gonna take Parks and Rec. Gotta give him something. You can't have both. Sorry.
No,
buddy.
I'm fine with that.
So,
I get the hot button item.
well, it's hot button this year. Wasn't last year, but there's some hazing, I told you.
Which is like.
We won't be able to stand on the deck to make sure the blackguards are out there.
That's right. So I will just, know that we're gonna talk further about this. I will engage.
So they don't want a part of either side?
No, I mean, they're
Like the
they're going for pricing on the Gateway. Nobody feels they're getting a fair shake, and Keith and I have been around the Mulberry
Grass is
Bush
always
with this
greener.
A bunch of times, and,
grass is always greener.
yeah, we had lifeguards before under our employ, and we'll do it again.
My brother was
no
one of them.
hard feelings. I'm just acknowledging this letter.
Be again.
What?
Your brother was one of
Taking
the looking to be
action, right?
again.
No.
Apparently there's an opening.
I don't think so.
0 time.
I don't think so.
Thanks, Tim. Have a good night.
See you, Tim.
On
Wait, Jets.
tax post-event report discussion. This was a very good idea by trustee Gregor.
So I'll, then it's actually the DJ party, actually the perfect example of this. I mean, it's not to pick on it, but it's right in our minds. We just voted on it. One thing with the occupancy tax, I don't think we really know what our ROI is in terms of what we're getting out of it. You know, even the discussion, we know there's about 1,000 people who showed up, but where are we pulling from, right? What zip codes? Where can we heat map or do geographic marketing better? So what I propose is making it a condition of any occupancy tax grant from the village that the organizer will put together we'll distribute a survey, collect data, and then report that data back. That data itself gets integrated into a spreadsheet, analyzed, and it can be available to the public in general if we wanted to. It can be available to people with business licenses. I mean, that's debatable. But at the end of the day is we're giving away money for good purposes. I'm not suggesting we shouldn't give it away. But what we should be doing is taking data that we can get from that information and basically recycling it back to business owners so that we can bring more people in. You know, it'd be really interesting to know that the people that are coming in for, Winter Carnival, for example, don't travel more than a radius of 250 miles, right? Because then we know who to market to. Same point in time, it'd be really interesting to know, the age range or the, marriage demographic of your block party people. Right, these are things that we can use as business owners later on to enhance our businesses, and also as a village later on, I'm sure the chamber would be interested in this as well. This is data, and it's data that's out there that costs virtually nothing to collect. Really virtually nothing to process in this day and age of AI, so there's no reason not to do it. Obviously, I'm the one supporting it, so in my mind, there's no reason.
No, I mean, I agree. I think Gina would agree too. Gina has not seen a job form that she didn't like.
Oh, I know. I was already picturing what the questions would be.
Right.
A sample.
Would that be something that we could work with the chamber on?
Well, I mean, you could have QR code, an incentive always helps. Enter to win, give us your data and to keep it under 10 questions.
Yeah.
What's your zip code? Did you stay overnight?
Take a look at this for a second here. I'd love to get your opinion on it. This is kind of what I threw together there.
With the town of Queensbury as well on there, on the same thing.
And there's no pride of authorship, meaning that feel free to hack it.
Oh, yeah, you've
mark
already
it up.
got the win.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, the idea is to get some data that we can use as business owners and we can use as a village. right? Because ultimately, it can be a great feedback loop. And we're just not taking it right now. And that is out there, it costs nothing to put together, to compile. So I would love to be, and I would love to be able to work on some sort of program where it just becomes part of what we hand out when we give out these grants.
Yeah.
I think it would be that difficult.
I don't think it's that difficult, no?
Just gotta get the form together.
Yeah. just-
Figure out what criteria it is and.
And then the collection, not the collection method is the data processing method, but again, in this day and age, is
Well, that you can fine tune after the fact even,
yeah,
just once we have the,
scan, you upload it, and then you just throw it into Gemini. throw it
there's some
into-
AI that will take care of it.
Yeah.
We are also in the vein of getting our name out there and getting data in. We did win a grant through the EDC for a broadband for all. I was briefly saying about that us and the city of Glens Falls got one of the, actually probably more of the lion's share of the grant money available between our two communities to bolster our Wi-Fi capability. What it does is it provides Wi-Fi, but it also offloads the data from cell phone carriers, because we have that issue when we get a lot of people in town,
Everything, nothing works.
nothing works. This is gonna alleviate that in the bulk of the heat map area of our population. So that also will give us the ability to do push notifications and sell advertisements to people who are using our Wi-Fi, sign up for our free Wi-Fi. And hey, you're walking by Capri, there's 2 for $4 slices or something like that.
Oh, no,
I absolutely
love that.
A good example, but it's not a solid example, because I never talked to Capri about it. But, you know, you get what I'm going for.
Absolutely, a great idea.
So that is in the hopper as well, and, so if you wanna work with, maybe with Gina and some
I would absolutely love. to.
capacity on talking through that, that'd be great. G, you good with that?
I'm sorry, I was busy.
Busy reading, no, I just asked Rob.
Sorry to
if he-
say, I didn't mean to pick on you.
He would
there.
work,
I got
he
you in
would
the
work
room.
with you on any thoughts that you have, or maybe you guys
Yeah.
spend some time together. Yeah,
I'd love to, yeah.
Yeah.
okay, cool. You can talk membership too, on that, the same meeting. Great, thank you, Rob, appreciate that. Where are we? Okay. Oh, yeah, 12, Tom Roach property, damage, so the winter of 2024. March, it was, cleaning out or cleaning off, around a fire hydrant up on the Bolton Landing Road. By Bayfront Cottages? Bayfront Cottages, the picture evidence that we were given, and it's not a lot of money, it's like $2,200. 2286, they have photos showing, yeah, our loader hit it, we hit the stone wall, couldn't see it, because it wasn't marked out, and that's been remedied. Gonna be marked out from now on, but they know it was there. The damage exactly matches the width of our bucket, so we can't get away with saying we didn't do it. Just knocked some stones off of the stone wall, he had it repaired.
She gives the bill.
He just wanted to be reimbursed. They went to DOT to see about getting DOT to pay for it, and DOT is like, wait a minute, we didn't do this. They were about to cut them a check, to be honest, and then they like, wait a minute,
Close one.
we didn't do this. It wasn't, yeah, it wasn't, that's our water service. No, I believe we have a blower on that, so it doesn't freeze, is it?
Yeah, a bleeder, yeah.
It wouldn't be possible to just shut that and remove it, would it?
Well, we only use it in certain conditions or extreme cold, conditions. It's the, Indian Bridge is that
Yeah.
location. We do have to run that when it's really nasty out and so on and so forth, so. And once we do start it up for the season, it's one of those episodes, you don't shut it back off. Because that's the dead end,
That's the last, very end of our water line,
that-
water service.
close to it, so we gotta keep water going through the lines, as of course, as based on the weather conditions.
Yeah.
So, so there was repair on there, by an individual,
I think it was Vern,
yeah.
Vern Fuss. Yeah. it's Vern. No, it's a similar name, it's not Vern Fuss. I don't know if it actually even says it, but yeah, I know it's Vern something, but anyway, so like I said, they've asked a couple of times. It's really kind of on me because I didn't bring it to the board sooner. Like sooner, when I say sooner, I mean a year ago. Cause it was just discussed and then I didn't get the the cost. So I
But didn't you give them $1,200 already?
we didn't give anything yet.
Oh, we didn't.
No.
Okay.
But I would recommend to, this one invoice was, amount to not to exceed $2,286.18. Out of, was it snow removal? I think we're gonna take it.
Yeah, that's the other question is, do you want me to file a claim with our insurance to get this money back, or do we wanna just
worth
take it out of snow?
I do not think it's
not
worth
worth
it, not for
Definitely
$1,000 deductible that we
Yeah,
have.
no, I'm just
Yeah,
gonna make sure I have your approval.
Yeah.
They're not doing.
I wouldn't, for me.
no, so that's a motion by trustee Mentor. Oh, seconded
Take that.
by. Seconded by trustee Master Domenico. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Motion carries. Chris Pringle request to waive, this is a tough one. Say this fast 3 times. Chris Pringle request to waive vendor fees discussion.
Springle Cottage, you gotta do the
Yeah.
three.
Right.
Oh, goodness.
It's not a vendor fee, I don't believe, it's the actual
It was.
miscellaneous fee
There's a small,
for license for their business license. So it's a $75 fee. They're asking us to waive their business license fee.
I can't see doing that for any, even if you're a charity. I mean, if it was a,
Isn't that how we prove you have like liability insurance and
right,
everything
yes,
else?
exactly. I mean, if it was something like a fee to use the park for a 501c, which I know they are, that'd be fine, but business license, I can't agree to waive a fee. I'll approve a business license, but
I agree.
business license is different than event space, in my opinion, so. I would say denied, but I'll take a vote.
Should I make a motion to
Motion to
deny?
deny by
Yep.
trustee Mentor,
Second,
seconded by trustee Joe. All those in favor to deny the request to waive the $75 fee, signify by saying aye.
But reach out to them, I'll donate the $75. And I can take this as a charitable contribution. If anybody has to reach out to them, I'll pay the $75 for it, so that way they don't have to come out of their pocket. And I
That's
can
very,
just donate it.
okay, very charitable. Okay, short-term rental, Dutra request to waive late fee discussion. I'm sure you've heard about this, Joe, or I mean, Jose. I know we can't waive a late fee. A late fee is a late fee. So I'm not sure, where, I didn't read all of this. I sat with Rachel and. You know, it's, when it's late, it's late. We have them, they get, you know, it's a stiff penalty, but.
Short-term rental.
So short-term rental fee is $150 and
And understand the grounds that she was seeking for waiver reports.
I don't see it. That's what I
Yeah,
just
I
don't
didn't
see.
put- I
it.
didn't follow the rationale.
Just oops.
I don't know if it was
Oh, and
interesting.
Yeah.
Roof when I moved.
Yeah, exactly. Just gotta do it.
Did you, what's that? You're right. I don't see any
The
ground.
way I said is once you hit that date and it's basically sets off this round of events, it's done. We can't.
I mean, eventually you remember the dates.
Yeah.
I'm still
when
working
I
on it
had
myself,
business, I-
honestly.
Yeah, when I had
messed up.
business, I paid late twice and then it never happened again because it was, I had soda machines.
I wish it
had-
were only twice.
Yeah.
I know my wife. I thought we paid this.
Sales tax due then.
So if anybody wants to make
Your
a
monthly?
motion to
Yeah.
deny or approve.
Mostly quarterly. I have a,
I'll make a motion to deny.
Motion to deny by trustee Gregor. Is there a second?
I'll second that.
Seconded by trustee Mentor. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, say nay. There votes aye. Water changes. What we got for water changes? Any final reads? I always like to know that. No. Penalties, just penalties. Oops. Wow. Okay, transfers and audits, take both of those in a single solitary motion.
Motion to approve transfers and audits
And water?
and water.
And water. Motion by trustee Filipino, is there a second? Second. Seconded by trustee Gregor, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Mayor votes aye. All right,
Reminder.
reminder of the special meeting, 10 a.m. Wednesday, and also at 11 a.m., so we're gonna be out of here in very short time. 11 o'clock, Shepherd Park, groundbreaking ceremony. I got gold shovels and I'm not afraid to use them.
That's Wednesday?
Yeah.
This coming Wednesday.
Wednesday at 11.
All
Yeah.
right.
Oh, right after.
I got
Right
gold
after.
shovels. Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
10
how many
o'clock,
we have?
10 o'clock here and then,
golden shovels here? We can, sure.
do we have 4 of them? I got spray
But
paint.
it's from October 22nd, not September 22nd.
Yes.
Correct.
Oh, you're right. If we had it, we
I'm
had a
telling you.
time machine, Gina? Oh, gosh.
It's frustrating because our last meeting was September 22nd. This one was the 20th, and then we've got October 22nd too, so I'm like,
Do we need more gold spray paint?
they're the 22nd.
No, ours are shiny gold, really. nice.
We have enough of them?
We have 8. I think we have 8. right?
Yeah, maybe
All right,
more.
cool.
Of the gold ones?
Yeah, because we had a bat from, way back.
A batch of gold
Yeah.
Yeah, they're super sharp looking. Yeah, I'm afraid to use them on
Every
anything.
game, they spray the helmets.
We use, no, it's, they're to be used when need be.
Should we, shut this thing down?
Golden
So
shovels.
Oh, yeah.
when you're just talking.
Yeah. So we wanted to do we always do something for the village employees after the summer. We didn't get around to it this year. Usually it could be lunch at the DPW garage or firehouse. I wanted to do something to show our appreciation. I mean, it sounds corny, but a pizza party, but we could do it at the firehouse. It turns out it's gonna be the best day for everyone is the 31st of October. It doesn't have to be a Halloween theme, but I wanted to.
It's gonna be.
Oh, it's gonna be. I did want to. I thought.
Whether you
maybe
want it or
the
not.
Trustees and department heads could chip in. We'll buy 15 pizzas and
Yeah.
the village workers can all, I mean, it'll be, what were you thinking? 25?
Well, that's the thing. I don't even think we would just get the price and then I would
Just-
say
just
this is how
divide-
people can
Divide
donate.
by X.
Like I
Yeah.
said, it would not be funded by the village in any means whatsoever.
That's
other
why we
than
have to
us
independently
as
do it.
Whatever it
department
takes.
Yeah.
and
Whatever-
trustees
whatever it takes, we'll
operating
figure that out.
the employees.
That's easy to figure out.
Okay. That's, oh, really?
Yeah. I paid for it.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, Jose has an idea.
Yeah,
You know.
I'll tell you about it.
He's got an idea. He'll discuss with you off
Okay,
the recording. Okay, well, that's settled.
so then I'll do that. I'll split the call. When I get the cost, I'll message everybody, let you know how much it will be.
Keith, do you have anything for the board?
I just, whoever didn't get a chance to see, the new paving, not only down here by the school and the painting, and then also up on the Skyline Heights, because it was tough up there because of all the turns and the radiuses, the contractor did great, our guys did wonderful there. Keeping the valve boxes from being full of concrete, asphalt, and, cause that's the biggest hurdle when you get done is, you gotta have it where it should, all the other pieces should be there. So anyway, I just wanna say kudos to the DPW and, water department was a big part of it as well. And I'm sure Tim's guys got involved in it, one part or another, so.
Yeah, we got, to add to that, Keith and I went out and started measuring some of the parking spaces by the school. Now, mind you, we lost 6 spaces for the fire department request with the truck to get out.
By Duffy's.
By Amherst Street, and, we didn't recoup those. I don't think it affected our parking figures this year, but, I like to keep the numbers the same. Some of those spots Keith and I measured, they're 25 feet long.
Yeah.
A standard parking spot is like between 17 and 20 feet. So, yeah, and, so
It's luxurious.
I don't know how that was a very luxurious parking spot. So we and our guys came in on a Sunday, because they paved on a Saturday, and our guys came in to paint the lines. Disregarding the meters, because I'm gonna take the meters out, the single space meters will go with pay and displays there. Because they wouldn't line up with the new
Yeah.
spots, we got 7 more parking spots for the village. By measuring them correctly at
Yeah.
18 plus feet.
Yeah.
So it's uniform, everybody.
It's uniform, it came out really great, and, that was hats off to them and, continuance of what Keith was saying, and thanks for Keith for leading a great crew.
Yeah, right.
It's new math, yes.
The old school Cadillac and Lincoln.
Yeah.
Boats.
Well, there's that, and some of the trucks are having a hard time fitting there, but they can fit.
I was small.
Now they got parking where they actually parks for you, so they're good.
Yeah,
And one
soon enough, soon enough,
here.
but, and then cleanup week reminder of,
We're into it now.
we're into the
I was just-
cleanup break. I think I saw the
I use that.
trucks in full force this morning going up the street to,
Yeah.
You trust it more and more.
pick everything up. Trustee Mentor, you have anything?
I do not.
Keith Lanfear Love Fest. I went to that Go Green meeting. 3 days later, they're making forms, pouring concrete, the plant trees in Canada Street. And then I literally go to soccer Saturday morning with my son, and I see people out enjoying the new dog park. And so it's like double win right there. You're doing a lot of work, and it's one of those things where, the residents don't always realize. But our ground freezes, there's a lot of stuff to be done. So this time of year, everyone's so busy to get the work done. I'm really happy that they're able to do all that work in Canada Street. And that dog park, I mean, it was full of all the soccer people. But to say that you had 10 dogs out there, not exaggeration.
Oh, yeah.
It worked out really well. Everyone's really happy with that.
Yeah, that's,
Good work.
that was a really well-needed improvement. We had probably the ugliest dog park in the Northeast for a very long period of time. Judy and Jean and Anthony up there at the rec center really had some good vision and good research into what they should be. She's getting special grass. It's like no mow grass designed for dog parks. It's okay if they eat it. It's it's a high what's the word? High volume traffic, that's it. High traffic grass, and it's good for dog. What we had was the wood chips, and the wood chips would get wedged in some of the larger dogs' feet, and so we're making pretty great improvements up there. Also mark on your calendars December 19th for our holiday party, which we're gonna work through similar to how we're doing our firehouse lunch on the 31st. But that'll be at the American Legion.
Yeah, I did reach out to Angela. She just got back, her and her husband from the Carolinas last week, mid part last week. So I brought this concept to them. They seem to be pretty proactive for it. There is we got a little bit of logistical stuff because it's on the 19th, which is a Friday.
Mhm.
And that would be their normal Friday night that they put out their own food and so on and so forth. So I'm gonna talk to them further this week and see exactly how we can manage both parts, basically, I'm gonna say it's both parties, up and down.
Upstairs, downstairs, yeah.
Yes, and make that work. So I'll keep everybody posted with their thoughts on it too. And I just threw it at them day before yesterday, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if it doesn't work out, it will still probably be on the 19th. We're trying to keep it like, these guys go home. They don't want to go back to,
Well, right.
but not everybody lives in the village that
Yeah.
works for us, so they go home, they're going home. They don't want to go back. And last year, we ended up doing a little more fancy, and it was like $30 a person. I will try to avoid that too. If we could get it so it doesn't really cost the workers anything. We do have to start it early though, because they get out at
Well,
3:30.
yeah, at 2:30, some are 2:30, some are 3:30.
Yeah.
That's why I made that recommendation that maybe everybody for that day could just go to work one hour earlier or later.
Later, yeah.
So that'll, and everybody will be normally there at 4 o'clock, 4:30, whatever the case is.
Yeah.
And I think that might be an easier
Because we don't need the street sweeper sweeping at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Probably not gonna be in
Everybody
December.
do that.
Huh? Yeah, I know. One day
There'll be
they probably
some-
won't notice it.
There'll be some happy people about that. So that was my other thing, and my last thing is happy birthday, Joe.
Oh, thank you.
Happy birthday, Joe.
A month ago, but thank you.
Was it a month ago?
September 21st.
Happy birthday.
21st.
No, that's my anniversary.
That's your anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary, Joe.
I don't know.
Nobody knows when your birthday was.
Well, I mean,
Happy birthday, Joe.
we had, our, Tim at the last meeting with me, happy birthday, the last meeting.
Did
And nobody else heard it. Nobody else.
Nobody else heard it.
That's how well he gets listened to. So,
Well, do you have anything for the board?
I do, as a matter of fact.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
One, if things that, I don't know what the bowling alley ends up doing. If they have any food or anything they could do, but we might be able to do it.
they do well on their food.
They have food.
Yeah.
I could talk
Where
to
we
Laura.
might be able to do bowling. 'Cause we haven't done a bowling thing.
We did a bowling tournament years
Years
ago.
ago.
Remember
We
that?
did it
Yeah.
like 3 years.
So
in a row.
is this for the
I think I
end
won
of
that.
year, the end of year gathering you're thinking, or just in general?
What's that?
We even
What
had a
is-
tr- I even made a trophy for that. I don't know what happened to it.
What's the occasion for the bowling thing? Is there one or just like?
It was something to do in the winter.
Yeah.
We just did a.
Like a employee gathering?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How does it get paid for?
I don't know how they got paid for then, but they're not gonna be paid for by the village because
No,
it's
like-
illegal.
For some
Um,
reason,
so I don't know how it was
I think
done.
Everyone put in for whatever was, it was just bowling. It wasn't
Yeah, it
anything
wasn't.
else.
Yeah, and it was cash bar and
I'm just saying, if it can't work out,
at the Legion, we could do them.
we could.
I could talk to
factor
Laura.
in, So
Yeah.
you sort of kind of make a night of it.
Or we could do that during the winter anyway.
Yeah, no.
It's a long winter, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Beautification awards, have we decided? Have we done?
We didn't put ballots out yet.
No. I don't know. if We might be able to, if we can.
Yeah, if you wanna, anyone thinks about anyone they wanna nominate for a beautiful, do two beautification awards, one for commercial and one for residential. So if you see somebody's.
Not that
How's-
anyone's yard is gonna
did
look
a whole-
any really good right now besides Halloweenish, but
Right.
I had mentioned that, cause there's 3 runs of houses up on Cooper Street between Montcalm and West Street. For some reason, they always do a really nice job keeping it. I mean,
There's
that's
some nice
one-
gardens
Huh?
around there.
Yeah, Mary DeWard painted her house. It looks wonderful.
You still can't see behind all the shrubbery.
Well, she does have a lot of shrubbery.
Yeah, but those 3 houses that are up on the hillside. Those 3, and
Oh,
then,
okay.
102, I think.
Put them on paper and,
Yeah.
and
And then I think we had discussed, over there on the corner of,
oh, we did discuss the acronym place,
yes,
whose name shall not be mentioned.
um,
Looks nice.
I mean,
Doesn't look like a
besides the
Popeye chicken
issues
at
that we
all.
have with them, he does try to keep a good corner and, but I just wanted to, again.
I'm
Yeah, get
constantly
that mentioned.
forging ways to make. Make
Well, no,
nice.
I just mean the beautification in general.
Mhm.
We seem to, with everything that was going on this year.
Yeah.
Other thing is, and only because it's been brought up to me, by the fire department many occasions. Is there any way we could paint those white lines in front of the breakfast spot?
Yeah, well, we talked about graying them out.
Cause
The parking-
again, people
parking-
would park in there again this weekend.
Bars, yeah, they were parking there this last weekend too. Where the no parking in front of the breakfast spot and
Yeah.
Just
The liquor store.
we gotta gray those,
roll some sealer over it.
yeah, maybe
Oh,
something.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, okay.
Um,
Well, I,
But not, I wouldn't paint like a line, cause people say, well, it's a spot. I mean, even if it's just.
we did do
Watch
the
it.
curb, maybe we could do the
Just watch
curb
it.
yellow again,
yeah.
or you know what else works is hash marks, diagonal hash marks. To
Yeah.
Fire lane it.
Be very wide.
fire lane it till it wears
Yeah.
Yeah,
off,
it doesn't have to be.
A fire lane stencil is probably,
Okay.
like we did down at Beach Road lot last year.
you
I don't think it's too late to do that. You just need to do dry weather.
Yeah, as long as it's not raining.
Yeah, okay.
said it.
Yeah, that's no problem. There was, people yesterday morning, there were people, parking in the wrong direction, right from the,
Yeah.
traffic place. No, didn't care about anything else. Just park right up there, no
Well,
problem.
I'm gonna eat, and this is where I'm eating, this is where I'm parking.
Yeah, if I knew that, I would have sent Tim down there with a ticket.
And unfortunately, the
He
yellow
can run
curb,
down there, he'll drop what he's doing and run right
Next
back.
time, next time.
Unfortunately,
Yeah.
Tow truck.
the
Yeah,
yellow
I think some
curbing,
Hash marks will make it, even if they're not very broad, but I mean.
Right,
I
at
think
least,
the hash marks will work.
Yeah,
yeah, and the
Right
curb,
at the-
and paint the curb and the hash
Well, I
marks.
mean, curbing doesn't seem to really, because they park all along on Helen Street on that corner.
Yeah, I know, we're
Yeah.
working on it.
So they park on.
That was what that letter was about, actually.
And the last thing is, again, just to think about this, because we sort of kind of pushed it, I think, by the wayside, just know what approach does, but I'd like to get ahead of it for next year. Tents, what we've decided we're gonna do with the tents for the customer, the village businesses, if they want to put a tent up.
The only one that's concerned about it is Scott.
There's a lot of supply. Well,
Yeah.
I.
It's the only one that's actually, that Gerbil stopped asking for it.
Yeah.
I thought
Well, I
Scott
don't
was
think they need
already.
the extra, because I think they got their space back inside.
Mhm.
I don't think they're looking for anything extra outside,
Yeah,
because.
I
I'm
thought
feeling
that Scott
we
was
couldn't find
already
staff.
grandfathered in that, because he's been doing it for so long.
Well, the little ones, but the outside one, I think he just avoided staying away from it because he didn't want to cause any issues and he didn't want to,
They put it up,
huh?
they put it up.
No, the framing's up,
Oh,
but not the tent.
but it wasn't up over the summer?
No, he was waiting to find out, whether or not he could officially do it.
I thought it was grandfathered. Oh, we'll talk to Dan about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, again, it's just something through the winter, just to, so we, what do we do if anyone does request it, if the weathers are bad again, and, people might want that extra seating, but I think we lost interest in the tents because everyone got their full seating back inside.
Mhm. Okay. Yeah, we will get to, I'll talk to Dan about that. I thought he was under like a grandfathered issue because he'd been doing it before it even became an issue. It was well before COVID started, and that's when really all the tent stuff.
Yeah, and
happened.
well, I think that's when, a member of the planning board, I think, brought up the issues of with the tents,
Uh-huh.
and then came upset because our tents were involved and didn't realize it,
I know what you're talking about.
but that's it.
Okay.
I
Trustee
think that's
Gregor,
all I have
you
on my
have
notes.
Yeah.
Well, I was in the
No
car.
bad.
I was in the car, that was.
anything?
Gina?
Just,
Dina.
two things, Village Information Center, we're down to just weekends, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, for the next 2 weekends, and then we're done for the season, I would recommend that you go out to bid for cleaning and not just rely on second chances. I would have said something earlier this year when you said, oh, we're gonna go with them, former trustee recommended them highly from the Welcome Center. But the Welcome Center, they're watched all the time because they're under cameras.
Yeah,
They are not here.
okay. Good to know.
Just,
Well, we are,
we see it all at the Village Information Center. We have a seasoned staff there. People that have been there for 3 to 5 years that have worked on our staff. They're all seniors mainly. Most of them live in the village. Marty Mannix, Cindy Grosso, Dean Skimmerhorn lives in Thurman.
talk to all of them.
Jackie Dunn is in Lake Luzerne and,
She moved back to the area, right, from, after living,
Who?
Jackie moved back to the area
She's been
after,
here for a long time, because she's been the president of the board of Weowaka, and then we've got Deb Smith and Barb Smith are on the team.
Yep.
Kim
So,
Grasso is not helping anymore.
pardon me?
Kim Grasso doesn't help anyone. Yeah, she worked there a couple of years.
Oh, yeah,
ago.
Cindy.
Cindy.
Yeah, she's on our team. Oh, yeah.
Yep.
So, and we'll do a dinner with them, and then we always do a end of the year wrap up, and then we'll send everything to Keith about.
what, did you get the drinking fountain looked at?
I got the email this morning,
Yeah,
So I talked to.
Yeah, we just wanna,
Yeah.
because I went and checked and it does make noise when.
is it like a
Yeah, so we'll look at it. tomorrow.
loud solenoid or something like that? Or-
Yeah.
Yeah, it might be something we could just,
Yeah, because
take a
he
look
sent
at.
me that email late yesterday and I went and checked
Yeah.
it this morning when I picked up time. So.
Okay. Awesome, thank you.
Thanks.
Oh, just on, not to mention, Todd from.
Oh, yes,
Passed
I
away.
wanted to mention that, Todd.
What?
Todd
from-
Tucker passed away.
Great.
Free.
Todd, Todd?
Yeah.
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 Yeah, that's a very sad thing to
Yeah.
report. Also, Terry Dixon passed away on West Street. Longtime tenant, employee, Linda Duffy's sister. Passed away of lung cancer, long struggle. He was on hospice for quite a while, so. Also, another woman on that same street passed away last week, 103 years old.
103.
Wow.
So they come in threes, but unfortunately I did read about Todd. Todd was a good guy, friend of mine. I don't know how he passed, but
He had that infection.
Oh.
Internally, and they caught too late,
oh man,
and they couldn't get a hold of it.
that's too bad. He survived having a car fall on his neck. And
And
then yeah, remember that?
Yeah.
That's why he talked like that, but yeah. Super nice guy, great guy. He'll be missed, especially by Capri. All right, on that chipper note, since Joe said that, I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Okay.
So moved.
So
Ordered.
let's move it.
Go ahead.
Settings, select location